Thursday, June 11th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Let's start off with a look at the Fury 325 camera there from Carowinds here just prior to sunrise on this Thursday morning. Temperature near Charlotte is just shy of 70 degrees. Dew point up there at 66, so it's a humid start to the day there in the southern Piedmont with the humidity right now sitting at 93%. There's your high temperatures yesterday across the region, 90 in Columbia, 89 in Charlotte, 87 in Fayetteville, even Boone topping 80 yesterday, up to 81 degrees. There's your triad area high temperatures, a lot of upper 80s on the board. Very similar looking high temperature pattern across the Charlotte metro, up to 90 in Lincolnton. Pretty much everybody else there in the upper 80s on Wednesday afternoon. These are temperatures during the 5 o'clock hour this morning. It is mild, it is humid, 70 degrees rather in Greensboro, 72 in Columbia and Fayetteville, 73 in Jacksonville, 74 in Charleston, 75 in Cape Hatteras as we're starting off this Thursday morning. Now, this was the coverage of showers and thunderstorms yesterday afternoon and evening. Notice it was not an overly great coverage. Most of the storms up in the mountains and the northern foothills had a couple of other showers or storms scattered across parts of the region. No big issues with severe weather yesterday in a widespread fashion, although you did have some wind with a thunderstorm there along I-95 in South Carolina. Actually, a little tornado report there in northeastern Florida, close to I-95. And currently, things are quiet across the region. Just some offshore scattered thunderstorms off the Carolina coast. Nothing happening inland, really, this morning. Big storm system over the Plain States, though. Kind of a decaying mass of rain and storms in Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, down into Kansas, and that's been an active zone. In fact, let me show you a couple of images from social media yesterday. Look at this beautiful thunderstorm. That is a beautiful cumulonimbus cloud, fantastic anvil on top of that thunderstorm there from near Chicago, and that storm produced some pretty significant hail. Look at that. That is softball size hail. That was near Minooka, Illinois, which is on the southwest side of Chicago. Now let me show you what's happening with the overall upper level pattern. Notice we begin to see this ridge develop overhead as we wrap up the work week and head into the weekend, and then it just takes over as we get into next work week. And pretty much all work week we see this ridge situated across the southeastern part of the country, meaning a hot and humid week next week. Today, very warm across the region. There's that storm system I mentioned back in the Plain States. That's not going to make it here. And this stagnant pattern will hold through the next several days. Now, in terms of rain opportunities today, similar to yesterday, I think an isolated coverage of those showers and thunderstorms as we go through the daytime heating. Your high today looks like upper 80s to lower 90s in most spots across the region. Very similar Friday weather. Could be a few showers or storms pop up during the heating today. There's your Friday highs across the region. And Saturday, guess what? More of the same. That next cold front off to the north of us stays north of us. Saturday, again, could be just a couple of afternoon storms. There's your Saturday highs, pretty hot across the region. Now, I will say it looks like the humidity levels will be slightly lower with some westerly flow in place Saturday. So maybe a little bit more tolerable actually in terms of how it feels out there, but still a pretty hot Saturday forecast overall. Now that next little front gets close enough to us on Sunday that we might see just a slightly better chance of a shower or storm, but we're kind of splitting hairs. It doesn't look like a terribly big deal at all, and then the heat just basically takes over as we get deeper into next work week. Here's what we're expecting for Tuesday highs. Look at that, a lot of heat across the region. Wednesday looks very, very similar. Lots of highs way up into the 90s. Now, if you're beach bound, it's a great stretch of weather if you're headed out that way. That's the Avalon Pier web camera here early this morning. There's your beach outlook. Once you get down into the Wrightsville, I should say the Wilmington area beaches, Wrightsville Beach, Carolina Beach, and then down through the South Carolina coast, mid to upper 80s, a little bit cooler, maybe low to mid 80s in the Outer Banks. And check out these water temperatures. We're in good shape now, upper 70s to around 80 for a lot of those water temperatures up and down the Carolina coast. And no tropical issues brewing either. Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean Sea, Atlantic Ocean, really all very quiet with no sign of tropical development anytime soon. That is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everybody have a great day and God bless.